everybody, 47 Mark IV here, back with, I guess, a bonus episode for Skyopolis 4 that I wanted to have one final going away to show you around the base, tell you a couple of things, give you a place to be able to download the world, all of that good stuff. Now, I want to do one thing before we get rolling, is I need to add heads to the Wall of Honor here. That's mine. And over here, that's the pack dev. I think we get some heads, you know. So I'm gonna put a copy of the heads there in the chest. Hold on, I actually had a fun idea. Let me get out of creative here. Can I put my head on my head? And now my head is just ever so slightly bigger. And then I take it off in its normal size. That's too funny. And I could do it the other way around too. Let's throw this on and. Hey guys, hey, I'm Ben. I made the pack. I did a really cool job. I hope you enjoy playing it. I'm so sorry. All right, so let's see. Things we need to talk about. So, first thing is there is 2 links in the description. One to CurseForge, which has the official copy of the world from, I've already saved it. Actually, the heads won't be on the wall. They'll be in the chest along with, oh no, they might be. No, they'll be on the wall. I'm sorry, they'll be on the wall because I've already put them up and taken them down. Right, and in this chest will be all of my stuff, and that way if you want to put it on and you want to fly around and play with all the things, cool, have at it, go for it. I have unclaimed everything that's here, so hopefully you won't run into any claiming issues. If you do, on the link on the main page for my download files, it tells you how to unclaim everything with FTB. Right, it's, well, we can actually look at it. It's FTB chunks, right? Unclaim all, right? Unclaim all. There we go. We'll run the command. Done. So that's that. I left you some notes over here on things I should have started earlier. Things that helped progression, in case you wanted to know where my thoughts were on things. And then I had some general things to remember. And we're not going to actually go over all of these because, you know, some of it's a little tedious. And you can see that, you know, some of it worked out really well, like the Create Wood Farm worked out really well. I did some mining in the Bumble Zone. Having the Battle Arena worked out really well. I've got a bunch of different places you can go on the Waystone. You can see where all my digital miners are, where my quarry is. You can go visit the bees. You can go to the mountains biome, to the snowy biome, to where I was searching for fortresses. Our warm ocean platform, which was a testing platform for me, or you can go out to the farm, which is a real fun one. This was an attempt that I had to try to get drowned to spawn, so you can see what I built out there. I'll leave all these, hopefully all of these links stay, right? I do want to go look at all the cats, because this is on a high priority for me. So let's see, who's all the cats? So we got Futari, we got Reed, we got Sully, we got Daft Cat, we got Old Rusty, Prodigy, Amanda, Cool Guy, Dad, Security Guard Cat, Zero, Dark Asterix, Natzrad, Wicked Lady, Muad, Anthony, Arbok, D, Justy, right, Maximus, Fang, Devaj TV, Mom, Silver Star, Darkwing, Florian, Claymore, Broke, Robert, Haunted, let's see, Agent Anime, Ruby, The Dark Preacher, Art, Chris, Charles, Maddox, Mawa, Dennis, Pandemonium, Danny, Nemo, Chairman Meow, D-Buzz, and of course, Daisy the cat. So if you're not in here, I'm sorry. I tried to get to everybody, and you can see clearly good effort was put in. Man, we've got a lot of cats. So I tried to get to as many folks as I could. So they're all in there. So let's see. The world download link was there. Oh, yeah, the texture pack. So I have a texture pack that I'm running that replaces paintings. And if you want these paintings to be the same in here as they are for me, there is a second link which is on my Google Drive because I didn't think that CurseForge would take my texture pack. So you can download it directly from my Google Drive, and all you got to do is you drop it in your resource pack folder. This one was called March Memes because I made it in March, but I think I renamed it Cat Memes for you guys. So you can add that as a texture pack, and then all of my paintings will look correct. If not, this will be a regular standard Minecraft painting, right? So we've got all of these. Throughout the series, I like to change the paintings to see who was, oh, no, I'm in creative, just to see who was paying attention, right? And it was a fun thing to keep rotating them around. No. Yeah, there we go. Right, Space Ghost! So we have those, right? And there's all kinds of paintings around. There's a bunch of options, right? We had Gordon for a while. I think it's actually, there's Ernest. There we go. It was, what's your name? You're the slap chop guy. Oh, I forget your name there. But you were guarding my food the entire time, right? So we've got all that. Just about everything should be cycled down. Like mana generation is off. A lot of machines are cycling down. A couple of them are still running to get up to their par quantities, but, hopefully it shouldn't be too bad to load. I am leaving power on. I am leaving refined storage on because I was a little afraid that if I turned it off and you loaded the world, that all of a sudden it would be a super duper lag fest and you might not be able to stay connected. To be able to take a look at everything. So I thought that having things running would be probably the best way. Hopefully that works out. So you can take a look around the base. You can rip apart all the builds. Best way to hit me up if you got questions is on Twitter or in the comment section, right? And I'll be able to answer those the best that I can. But you can take a peek around anywhere in the base. I think we've seen most of these builds together. Right, there is, let's look on the wall of reminders. There is a couple of things I did mean to show you that I never got to show you. Let's see. So, teleporter. I don't think I ever told you, but there's a teleporter right here under the floor. And so whenever I had my teleport here and I wanted to teleport to home, I always ended up at this spot because this one is bees, and this is a two-way connection to the bees. Right, and so I was just having a sneaky little teleporter. Let's see, what else is here? Ender Chest. I started the series with lots of things on Ender Chest, and if you notice, I changed over from Ender Chest if I could, because Ender Chest, taking things out of the Ender Chest is problematic. There's only so much room, and it gets clogged up pretty quick. Like, this is my Ender Chest sucking out process here, that I try to get as much stuff out of it as fast as possible, but we changed over a lot of things, so hopefully that helps with lag. Mob farms worked out well. Botania's worked out. Villager trading was certainly high on my list of things. I told you about the texture pack. I didn't show you the cobble gens. And garbage operations. And probably bees. So that's what we need to do. So garbage operations. I never got a chance to show you this. Got cut out of an episode. That I automated the creation of garbage. That I exported snowballs because they were a real easy item to create, right? You make 4 at a time for just water. And I told it to stop when I had 100,000 garbage piles, which allowed me to make a lot of filth, to make a lot of rats, because I ended up putting, oh yeah, the mob farm's going to kind of run a little bit. This is like 15 down here, and this process is redstoned off at the moment, but this was a really cool process right here to make diamonds, right? Like, that worked out really well. So you can be able to come see this. You can take a look at the what are these things called? The aerial interfaces, the auto food, the auto emeralds. This is actually the auto emerald connection. If you decide to turn on the mob farm, only turn it on for a moment. Just saying, because a lot of mobs come down here, and I don't want you to lock yourself up. So I wouldn't turn it on and leave. Just saying. We saw that one. There's I kept a little slime here. This is Lime the Slime. That worked out. That's the slime farm over here that stopped spawning slime, so then I put a slime spawner on it. We never really got to look at this, but, if you need slime balls, this was one way of doing it. We probably should have put a Narslimus down here and made mana out of them, but whatever, right? We had more than enough mana, that's for sure. So let's see. We saw that. If you want, you can go see where all of the digital miners were. Most of the miners were, or half the miners are in the end, half are in the nether, right? Because I was mining biotite and obsidian here almost always, trying to get as much as I possibly could. So I've got those mining, plus I got a quarry mining, right? And you can go to all of these places, and you can take a look at the builds. Like this one, I think, is actually a very good build to allow you to have maximum. So if you want to look at the programming cards in detail, this would be a good block. You just need the programmer to stick those cards in. Let's see, this build over here, I think we showed everything. Villager trading, we showed just about everything with villagers. We saw most of the other dimensions. We need to go visit the bees. And no, I think you guys got to take a peek over everything. But if you download the world, you can take a look at all of the builds and all the silliness and the really bad, crazy wiring that it looks bad now because we built it in generations, right? If we had built this one time through, like the rotating stuff would be so clean, and then refined storage would be so clean. But doing it piecemeal and just wedging it in kind of made it ugly. But it all kind of works. We do need to look at the bees because I need to show you something. The question comes up an awful lot about, hey, Mark, did you know that if you spread your bees out into mixed apiaries, that they go a lot faster than having like single-use apiaries? And that makes total sense to me. It just didn't work out that way, right? Like here's an apiary with plenty of bees in it. Maybe there's too many bees and that's why they're not doing anything, but like nobody ever comes in here. Right, here's one with a reasonable amount of bees, and there's one bee in here. Right, and he's about to leave, and his other redstone fellow comes in, but there's coal bees, there's lead bees, there's RGB bees, there's uranium bees, and this is it. It just, for some reason, they don't really come in here, and it didn't matter if I had a few or if I had a lot. Like, they just didn't. These were always so low used, but the ones that were like sole use, that there was continuously one bee in here, and he's always going to hop out and be immediately replaced. Please let that be the way. Of course not. Of course not. He'll be replaced in a minute. They must be camera shy, right? But this is basically what was happening is these guys were constantly being changed over, right? So they were always making combs, which, by the way, we moved up to having 6 of these spread around the base, and I've got a little take in and put out system here because I'm overflowing with honeycombs, right? I actually probably need to make 4 more of these centrifuges probably to keep up with demand because I just have so many materials, especially from the ones with sole use apiaries that, it's just I was making so many resources here. Oh, we've got 2. We got 2, but shouldn't there be more than 2? I don't know. Something's wrong, and I don't know what it is. I agree that it should be mixed-use apiaries to maximize benefits. Let's see. We needed to come in here. We looked in the expansion. Oh, I'm so slow without my armor. Oh, man. Yeah, I didn't get a chance that I showed you that, I stuffed these guys in wherever I could just to try to keep up with demand. Oh, and I did change out all of the pipes in here to pipes from pipes, because they did better than mechanism pipes, because mechanism pipes, when your destination is full, just kind of spits it out on the ground. Hence why I had this system that was kind of taking them out and putting them in to give opportunities for, like, these guys to find an open slot and slam something in there. So that's kind of this, but feel free to come visit the bees. They'll be lonely. No one's going to come visit them now. And I think that's kind of everything around the base that I wanted you to see. Let's take a look here. Down on this floor. Oh. I need to show you my one secret trick that I didn't say anything about during the episode. And now that series is over, I'm going to tell you about it. So, obsidian. Obsidian was a giant pain in the butt because you're supposed to make powdered obsidian, which is only in the crushing wheels, right? And it's a 1-for-1, and it takes a little while. And you start needing obsidian in insane amounts to be able to make chromatic compound and flux, right? That is its 2 big uses. But what you can do with obsidian is you can send it to an ore dictificator, and you can tell it to go ahead and take that obsidian, to take other obsidian. So let's see, mechanism obsidian dust. So an enrichment chamber that you can turn into an enrichment factory and get 4 per obsidian, and then slam those obsidian in here, and then tell it to transform them into create obsidian. Not saying that I did that, but I'm saying if you were smart, you totally could do that. Oh, and since I've already downloaded the world, I wanted to do that for so long just to see what the damage was like. Don't worry. It's already uploaded. Everything's okay. You can download the world. I just, the damage wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. So that's kind of that, right? There's not a lot to look at. Feel free to rip apart any of the builds. Feel free to ask any of the questions you want. You know, you want to know how the dancing lights worked. Here's all the observers that are observers that made this work, right? This is a fairly common pattern. The only weird thing is I had to kind of make the corners because I wanted it not to be a square. I wanted it a little bit more circle-y, right? So that's how I made this these corners like this. No, I think we got everything here. So, thank you very much for your support in the series. You know, this was a pack that I thought was a ton of fun. Whether everybody or nobody viewed it, I was still going to play it because I really dug the way that it was put together. I like the quests. I like the mods. I had fun. Right? And you can tell when I have fun because I build stupid stuff like this. And, you know, we have the fruit wheel-o-matic, and it was just a good time. So, I'm going to call it here for the series. Thank you, everybody, for your views, for your help, for your comments. I can't tell you what that means to me. It makes everything worth doing. So, for the last time, I'm 47 Mark IV, and this is Skyopolis 4. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. If you did, hit the like button, and then I will see you in another series.